There and back Podmas.
12 days of episodes.
6 giveaways. Welcome to Podmas.
12 days of Podmas.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Podmas. This is day number 5.
Hi guys.
Today is all about books. Get ready.
Yeah, today's all about Iron Flame. We have a
Right.
different episode all about books coming.
That's true. That's true.
All right, so guys, for day 5 of Podmas, we're giving away the special edition of Fourth Wing, which has those 2 extra chapters from Zayden's POV. And it is actually signed by Rebecca Yarros. Shivana was lucky enough as to meet Rebecca Yarros in Virginia, so super cool. So what we're going to do for this giveaway today, you're going to follow us on thereandback.pod on Instagram. You're going to like that post on Instagram, and then you're going to follow or subscribe, whatever forum you're on. You're going to basically just lock into their back podcast, and then you're also going to leave a rating and a review. And yeah, they'll obviously see those, and that'll lock you in for an entry for this giveaway. It'll close tomorrow at 10 p.m. So if you're listening right now, go run to the podcast Instagram and sign up.
Good luck. If you haven't read Fourth Wing, now's a great way to do it.
I mean, even if you have read Fourth Wing, Fourth Wing was really
true.
hard to get a physical copy of. So
This is true.
You can still get a fancy special copy.
Very true. And don't forget that we have more giveaways coming. So stay tuned.
All right, friends. So let's get into Iron Flame.
I want to preface this with, if you haven't read it yet, haven't finished it yet, go read the book, come back.
I mean, I would hope you guys had the common sense to do that, but if you didn't...
Spoilers. There will be spoilers. So just an FYI, putting it out there. If you don't want spoilers, do not listen to this episode until you've read the book.
Okay, so starting off, what did you rate the book?
I rated it 5 stars.
Okay, so I rated it 5 on Goodreads because we can't do half stars, but like in my actual noggin, I gave it 4.5, but we can't do half on Goodreads.
That's fair. I don't know. I was definitely, once I got into the book, and the same thing with Fourth Wing, I was like checking, wanted to finish it. And it sucks because I went on a trip right as I got to like the part where I was like, oh yeah, go. And then I left. And it's such a big book, I didn't bring it with me on my trip. And so I was just kind of like,
see, I mean, okay, so I had a migraine the week that Iron Flame came out, so I actually didn't have to work the day that Iron Flame came out. So I literally read it all on like release day, the whole book.
No, you literally texted me at like what, 10 or 11? You were like, I'm 30 something percent. It's like,
yeah,
okay, that's good.
I was sick. Like actually, like I wasn't faking it. I had like the worst migraine for like a week straight, literally so unwell. So I literally read the book in a full day, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong, but the book was supposed to release in April, and I know I've voiced this to you before, but Iron Flame was supposed to release in April, and Rebecca Yarros, the queen herself, decided these people are eating this book up, like let's early release the book. So they did. And there was just parts of the book that I don't think got enough detail, and it totally be because it's book 2 out of 5 and she was just kind of building it up for what is to come. But there was just points in time that I was like, what in the world is happening? Like there was just too much at some points that it was like, you're trying too hard, like slow it down. And I think if there was extra time to edit and review, we wouldn't have had those moments. And I've heard from other people that they felt the same way, which like made me feel seen.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I think I was just mostly annoyed with the relationship between Violet and Zayden the whole time. But other than that, I was pretty invested in the story, I'm not gonna lie.
Don't get me wrong, it wasn't that I wasn't invested. I read it in a day. That means I obviously really liked it. I just thought there was a lot of things that were lacking compared to Fourth Wing.
Like what?
Well, I just thought, like how I was saying earlier, like I feel like some of the characters we got introduced in like chapter 6, 7, 8, and then we didn't see them again until like 48, and it's like, wait, who are you again?
That's true.
And like we just didn't get enough background, which again could be building for book 3, 4, 5. And I have a feeling it will, now that we like obviously finish the book and we know what happens. Mm-hmm. But I just felt there was some characters that it was almost like they didn't get enough detail. And I think it's because she was so focused on everybody loving Fourth Wing so much and Zayden and Violet that we didn't fully get everybody's attention that we needed.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I think, yeah, I kind of agree with that. There were definitely times, especially in the end, where there were characters and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
don't really remember you, etc. So yeah, I hear that.
That's what I'm saying. Like some parts just felt a little rushed, and I mean, to be fair, maybe if we waited until April, it could have been the same dang book. It totally could have. Mm-hmm. But there was also, I feel so bad for everybody that had like so many publication problems. Amazon didn't get people their books until like the Friday after it came out. Like I feel like there was a lot of technical difficulties.
Well, that was my other question, is like, did did she finish the book, or was the book pretty much done and they rushed the production of it?
I think she mentioned that she took longer to review Fourth Wing before releasing it, so I think they kind of rushed the process
Okay.
of Iron Flame. So like after you write the book, you obviously like review and then you go over it and over it. I don't think they did as many rough cuts, but I could be
Got
totally
it.
wrong.
Yeah. I can't imagine like reviewing a book. Like I'd be so invested in the story, I wouldn't catch every single detail. I guess that's why you do multiple reviews. But I will say occasionally, just in reading, I've caught like a mistake here and there. I don't know if you have, but
Yeah.
in books, yeah.
Especially in Kindle Unlimited books with like the tiny authors, I'll notice a couple of things here and there for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my little sheet of all my notes I want to talk to Shwana about because it's been 2 weeks of me like slowly getting this together.
No, I don't even know where to start. Where are we starting?
Okay, so I'm just gonna start right from the get-go.
Yep.
Violet and Xaden pissed me off.
Same.
What was you have to ask the right question. No offense, dude. Like I understand he's like very secretive, shadow, etc. I'm not hating on him for that. But if I had to see one more sentence that said you have to ask the right questions, if she's like a 7-year-old asking for a piece of candy, I think I would have like punched the book. And also Violet though was like, you're keeping secrets, Like, girl, he's a shadow. Like that is his big thing is shadows. Like
No,
that
I
is the whole
know.
point. Shadows are secretive. It was just so annoying, the back and forth banter.
It was very annoying. And the thing is, I feel like a lot of his secrets are valid. Like I don't think, especially if you read Fourth Wing and then she got pissed about like the initial rebellion secret and everything, like I totally don't blame him for not saying anything. Like
Well,
that
the
makes
thing was
sense.
Dane was her best friend and he can read her brain easily. So Xaden obviously isn't gonna tell her
Exactly.
everything. And also the whole first part of Iron Flame, he's like, don't tell your friends, don't tell your friends. Oh, I told my friend, sorry.
Yeah.
Obviously he's not gonna tell you things, you stupid girl.
Yeah,
But
that, but yeah. And like I said, like some of those things, like I don't really blame him for not saying anything. I think later, once they were like living together and she like proved like, then maybe he could have been a little more forthcoming about certain things, but
it really annoyed me really bad.
that was the other thing. Like they couldn't just like wrap it
It was
up.
like it ended up being like a miscommunication trope, and it was just annoying because we had the whole first book of them like loving each other without saying they loved each other. And the whole second book is like, I love you, but I don't trust you. And it was like, didn't we already go over this in book one? Like, why is it still dragging out?
Exactly.
So yeah. But let's talk about Jack. Jack's
Let's
back,
talk. Oh my
obviously.
God. That was I was like, I kind of even forgot about him. Like he came back and I was like, oh,
How can you forget?
he was
He was
dead.
like the
Like,
worst.
why is he back? He was
Yeah.
dead in my
So
mind.
I don't remember who says to Violet in the beginning in like part one when they're like, oh, there's something in like that room. Because remember, like they made like a big significance, like the door is shut, there's something happening, everybody keeps going in
Yes.
there. So we knew something was happening, but we didn't know what, obviously. Then
Right.
Jack comes out. He obviously saves Violet because she was like falling and he saves her. And he's like, no, I owe you one, girly pop, yippee. Just for the end for
Yeah.
him to like, whatever, do his little dancey
No, yeah.
dance, whatever we want to call that.
But I guess that's why he didn't die initially. Like why the rocks didn't crush him. Because I don't
What do
think
you
he
mean?
actually brought him back to life. Because when she in like the first book, when he died
Mm-hmm.
or died,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he actually died.
Well, yeah. I mean, he could have easily died, and because Nolan's a healer,
No,
so
but
he
I think
easily
he
could
had
have.
already turned, and so he didn't die because only those daggers or whatever
Oh,
already
I don't
had
think he
been.
turned yet.
Yeah.
I think they turned him when they saved him and brought him back to life.
No, it says it in the book. I told you when he turned because he asked.
It's a
Zayden
what?
asked.
I think we're on different pages. All right. Okay, you're right. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know
Because
though,
it was before that.
because Venom can still die, but Venom can still die. So I don't know. That
Not from
part, I
that
will say
though.
that part just confused. Yeah, I guess
I don't know. That's why I think he
I
lived
forgot
because
about that.
I don't think anybody human could have lived that through that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That made me mad. Then Liam, obviously, the ghost of Liam.
I know.
How are we feeling?
I like that he came back. Oh, like I like that he was
So
there, but it made me.
I've seen
It was
I've
like
seen theories that people say that that's like her second signet. She can talk to people from the dead, or do you think she was that like? Do you think she was like that unwell that she was just hallucinating?
I'm not sure because I also think that her dreams are related to her signet. Because
I agree.
yeah, because her dreams seem to have come to fruition. So it's like,
Yeah.
wonder.
Agreed. All right. I'm like literally just like going through my checklist. But yeah, I
So
definitely
it's
like I said, I
definitely
think that this book
something
was
within
building for the
that.
rest.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And it sucks because now we have to wait, but like, yeah.
No, I'm glad we're waiting. Please, girl, take your time. I just want to know the title, just so I can know the title, but like take your time writing it, Rebecca, please. Please, girl.
Mhm.
Okay. Also, I hope Riddick gets more plot in the next books going onward.
He's so funny. And I don't know.
So
I like
funny.
him. He's fun.
That's Connor's favorite character right now. He's not done yet. I think he only has like I think he said he's at like chapter 56-ish.
Okay.
So
Almost there.
also the transcription. So obviously like Janessa is at the top of every chapter. There's like that little transcription part. When Liam said to
Is that
Violet,
from
like
her?
she's nothing like her.
Is
What
that
do you
supposed
mean?
to be from Janisa? Those little trances.
She's right. She's the one that writes the whole book.
Who? Wait, what?
Janessa.
Yes.
She writes the whole book.
From Warwick's
These are all
journal.
things she found. She has all this information from everybody, and she writes the book.
All the little
The
top
book is
things?
written.
Those things?
Those aren't from her. She found them and she put them in the book.
No, I know. I didn't know that she did that. I didn't know that was related
Yeah, like
to her.
she found people's like journals and stuff, and like these books are from her point of view. They're transcribed from her.
Got it.
Go to the first page, like the little thing, and it says that.
And that's it. It does? Oh,
Hold
it
on,
does.
let me.
The following
As I
text has
said-
been faithfully transcribed.
Mhm.
Oh, I just didn't read that.
Yeah, so the part where
Sorry,
it says
touching
like
somebody's book. Sorry.
you're fine. I think it's fine. It's a hardcover. When it goes from Liam to Violet, and it's like, I mean, not sorry, Liam to Sloane, and it's talking about like trust Violet, like she's nothing like her mother. That hurt. It hurt.
Yeah.
And then also chapter 66, the final chapter, when you see the one from Nolan to the mom saying like we tried to find a cure and there is none. And especially because it's the last chapter, that's building because we know Violet, this is a theory, obviously, like we don't know, but we know Violet has like the silver hair at the edges. She's fragile, all this special stuff. I think like maybe the dad was half Venom, or the dad was Venom, so now she's half Venom, or like something is there that we obviously, or she's the sage. Like there has to be something there that this mom tried to find the cure. She didn't try to kill them all. She tried to find the cure.
Yeah, I think
They
made her out to be this hard ass, but I don't think she was really. I think she did it for a purpose.
I loved hers and Dane's redemption arc.
Okay, I did too. And then she died. And I was like, oh,
for sure.
Good.
No, I loved that. No, I think it was so needed. I think it was perfect. So I saw this TikTok saying that Florence Pugh, which is, if you've seen Black Widow, it's the one who plays her little sister. She's also in Don't Worry, Darling. She's like Hairstyle's love interest. Somebody said that she should be Violet. I think she needs to be Imogen. Like it's just so perfectly put in my head. I would love to see her be Imogen. Imogen's very sassy, very like girl boss, like F all of you.
Yeah.
And Florence Pugh in every role she's ever played is also like very girl boss energy, like F you. So
okay,
that's my only fan cast I really have, but I love that.
I don't really have a fan cast. I will say like when it was kind of fun to be able to experience the whole first years going through that once I already knew everything that happened. Was almost like your second year, you know what I mean? So it's kind of fun to like experience that knowing what was happening now, but like when Sloane I wasn't really expecting Sloane to like hate her, and like it made sense kind of why, but like I wasn't expecting that. And then Eric came in, and I can't remember his actual name. Cam, is it? Yeah. And when he in that chapter, he was like, oh, they don't know, do they, or something like that, and she was like, oh, like he goes, yeah, why else would I be here? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're talking about like the general commander guy's son, right?
No, the king's son.
That's what it is. Whatever. I knew it was somebody important, so I couldn't think of the title.
Yeah, but like he knew what was happening. So obviously, like I think that's when you kind of learn that all the higher ups do know what's going on and they're ignoring it. It's like, oh, well, damn.
Also, I already voiced this to Shavana, but when I say feral, I think of something as like nasty, gross, whatever. And Connor's listening to the audiobook, and on the way home to my parents' house, we like got to the scene of Violet being like, I want you to be feral for me. And so now anytime I say feral, it's just ruined, because the audiobook, I will say, just like scratches a different part of your brain than like the physical book. I've obviously only listened to a couple chapters when Connor and I are just driving together. But now anytime I say feral, like the other day, the twins I was dating, I was like, oh my gosh, you're just being so feral. And then I was like, I can't say that because I feel like it's like sexual now.
What is
That's
the
just
actual
me.
definition of feral? Because I'm pretty sure it's like,
it's not sexual.
but in that context, it would be like the same as saying dirty almost. Like it's similar context.
No, for sure. Yeah. In a
No, it's
wild
in
state,
yeah.
in a wild state, especially after escape from captivity or domestication. That's like an animal, like when something's like
Yeah.
feral, like a feral
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like when the kids are being feral, I don't think of it as like be feral for me, like sexual. I don't know.
No, yeah,
I
agree.
don't
But I
know.
get where it like fits there.
Yeah.
I also just didn't get hung up on that, but
I
obviously
don't
it
know.
hit something for you.
It didn't. It's just that like I used the word in my everyday vocab, so it was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, I saw an interview, so we all know the throne scene. We all know the scene. And Rebecca Yarros did an interview basically stating she put that in there and like made it very firm and like very intense for a reason, because she wanted us to know like there's no love triangles, right? Between Kat, Xaden, and Violet, or Dane, Xaden, Violet, clearing it. But I feel like a lot of people are have a theory that in the next book, like Xaden's gonna push away from Violet because he's obviously Venom. But they also finished the book in bed together, so I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But a lot of people are saying that, and so I loved that interview. And she was like, "Yeah, no," because a lot of people are like, "Oh, he'll get with Kat to like make Violet go away," and I'm like, I don't think so. I think they're gonna stick together for sure.
I hope so, because like I don't really want them to separate.
If we have one more book of them arguing the whole
I was
book,
gonna
I
say,
can't
hold on,
lie.
I don't want them to keep arguing. That's
I
annoying.
can't lie. I don't know if I'll finish, because if they keep
Yeah.
arguing every single book, I'm just gonna be annoyed.
No, I agree. Because I got annoyed with it here. I was like, can you like adult like through this? I don't
Well,
know.
the thing is, anytime they'd argue, they'd just be like, I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. Let's fuck. I'm like, this isn't solving
Yes.
anything.
Yes.
I'm like, I love this
or they'd be like,
moment. Solve
I'm
it.
mad at you. I'm mad at you. Oh my gosh, we have to go fight this battle.
No, literally.
And they would never actually finish their
Agreed.
discussion.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, also, I voiced this with you, and then I did more research that I made sure I was correct. So,
Okay.
Andarna says towards the end of the book to Violet, when we find out she's the special 7th breed of dragon, that
What?
she waited 600.
Okay. Sorry. They never said the breed name, right?
Yes, they did. It's like a something with an S tail.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Hold on.
Dude, when she was like, oh, she was like, oh, you're not black, like a black dragon, and she was like, well, he is, and he's like, I was like,
talking about
oh,
Tarn.
she's up so him. That's
Yeah.
cute. I love
She's
Andarna.
she's a slayer tail. She has
Okay.
poisonous barbs on her tail, and they state that on page 508. But she makes the comment of, I waited 650 years to hatch, which we know earlier in the book they state it took 600 years ago, like something killed the venom, or they say someone or something. They don't verify or like fully specify. And then Andarna makes the comment of 650 years ago, like, I've been waiting 650 years for you. So I've seen a lot of people theorize that Andarna is like the key, because like they purposely left her so that there'd be like one of her dragon species left.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that could be so cool if like Andarna, because we didn't get a lot of her this book. She was in like the dreamless sleep, yippee doo dah.
I was so sad about that because I loved her.
I mean, I liked it because,
I get it,
and obviously at the end we get her. Yeah, I also feel so bad for Xaden's dragon when she was like, I choose you, and he was like, but Violet does too, and I was like, that's fucked, bro.
I know, because I'm pretty sure dragons kind of almost like, I'm pretty sure he would come. Well, I don't know, before they're
trying to say.
Well, because they have they're mated, right? Tarn and
yes.
Sigel. So would they choose their rider over that? I'm not sure. But I feel like yes.
Well, my thing is, we obviously found out Xaden has the second signet of being able to read people's like intuitions and like, you know, but if you think about it, she obviously never told Tarn, whatever.
That's true. Yeah.
So I do think she, in a way, has more loyalty to Xaden, because I definitely like because I feel like Rebecca definitely, if Tarn would have known, would have added it into the plot line of like, sorry, I didn't tell you, Violet, like whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that part's a little silly, unless she just maybe skipped it because she rushed. I don't know. But we never really got that full, did he know that Xaden had it? Because obviously his own dragon, like Sigel, knew. But did Tarn know?
Yeah. No, Tarn didn't know. Because remember when he told Violet, there was like the
No, I know. That's what I'm saying though. Like we never got like a full, I don't know. So we obviously know she's kept secrets. Oh, I know.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So right after they like had that conversation, right? So they had about that. And then right after that is when they get back and they're like, oh, we're gonna have to go meet with Markham or whatever his name is, the general and everything.
Yeah.
And my brain immediately went to he can see the future as long as there's not three of the marked ones. And it was just Xaden. So I immediately was like, oh, he saw that conversation and they know he has that signet. And I was like, this is gonna go to shit. But they didn't, that wasn't it. But that's what I thought when they were like, oh, we have to meet. Because they were like, don't come with three. And then I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, no, I didn't think that. I guess that's something to think, but I didn't think that.
Yeah.
All right, so I went to TikTok and I looked up people's signet ideas for Violet.
Okay.
So they think it's either amplification of other people's, so like she can, which I don't think it is, because when Kat was
Amplification
obviously,
of what?
so like of other people's signets, like she can amplify other people's stuff.
Oh, got it.
So kind of how Kat can heighten emotion, they think that Violet can like amplify the power, like how Sloane in the end obviously like used all the power. They think like that. I don't think that's it. Distance welding. I also am not thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think what we were saying earlier with like the dreams, the thought, and the truth of like the dreams and like the Liam thing, all of like her hallucinations. But I also think, because like I feel like at one point, either in Fourth Wing or Iron Flame, I'm not going to be able to quote it. Xaden also says he has like these weird, crazy dreams.
Yeah, he did. So I wonder
So
if it's
I'm
linked.
wondering if, is it linked? Is it the dragons that somehow are like pushing these onto them, which again would be like the signet because the dragons give you these signets.
Right. But is that separate from Andarna?
I don't know.
I don't know what her signet is, but I feel like on top of her lightning, this is going to make her like the most like powerful ever person, is what I have a feeling.
Well, I mean, we know Xaden's obviously very powerful too.
Right.
And so, yeah, I agree. I don't know. Obviously, a lot of these we're saying is theories because we don't know anything that's coming. Obviously, there's still 3 more books.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm nervous.
Yeah. There were so many foreshadows for Xaden's signet too. And I think the first one was when they like were talking mind to mind and she didn't realize she could talk back. And he goes,
in Fourth Wing, yeah.
Yeah, and he goes out loud, like, try it. And I was like, how did he know that's what she was thinking? And I just thought maybe that was something to do with their bond. But then there were, I think, another couple of times where that same kind of situation happened. And I was like, okay.
What I more caught on to, because that one I still think he could have been like reading her mind and she just might not have been realized she was like releasing it to him because she couldn't control it. But what I more thought was when he finds Dane and Violet in the interrogation room after the Liam and like he's like about to like kill Dane. And she's like, no, don't. And he's like, oh yeah, his intentions are very clear. Before like anybody says anything, explains anything, he's like, no, his intentions are clear. Like, we're good.
Right.
I think that's to me what like I was fully like, just that's sus.
Yeah. It's crazy to me that he was able to hide that and like not,
I mean, he still
because
is.
No, I realized that, but like off the bat when he like first developed it, because in the first book, that one person develops a similar signet and he like goes wild and crazy and they like kill him on the spot. So like the fact that he didn't even like it never, you know what I mean? I guess it's less than reading minds, right? So it wasn't like as,
I think Xaden's a lot more powerful, which there's still so many secrets around him that we don't know because Violet obviously doesn't know, and everything so far is Violet's POV. I think next book we'll see more of Xaden's POV, but we know that his mother, we don't know much about his mother, but we know that his mother kind of like gave up everything she had for him to like kind of make it to where he is with his little like kingdom that he like now has, whatever. I can't think of the name of it.
I thought because then she left.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people saying that like she's a god because Segale in Gaelic, please don't murder me. It's one of the two. I don't know which one. Please don't murder me. Means a god. Or Xaden, maybe in one of the two of their names means like god in Gaelic, whichever one it is. Sorry again. Don't know which one it is. I guess it means god. So a lot of people are thinking like his mom was like one of the gods.
That's interesting.
Well, if you think about it.
No, yeah.
Segale is also such a strong, crazy dragon, had his like descendant, like he's a descendant that somehow also got the same dragon. Like there's just a lot of things that like show that he probably has more power than we know.
Yeah, you're so right. I just hope he doesn't do anything to Sigel being Venom.
I
Venom.
don't think he will.
I don't think he will, but
I
it would
will
hurt
say
me.
Rebecca does not even blink an eye to kill somebody off. So we might totally get screwed. It might happen
Oh, that'd be so
because
sad.
she literally, especially, I feel like we're so used to Sarah J. Maas, not comparing them at all, but Sarah J. Maas does kind of like, hold the characters near and dear, and like they'll have a lot of near death experiences, but they don't die. Rebecca Yarros is like, he's dead. She's dead. Yeah. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my Jesus.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, when we learned about how the Flyers get their griffins, it's Griffin, right? That's how you say it. Yeah. Okay. When we learned how they get their griffins, and then she was like, yeah, we jump off the cliff and try not to miss. And we're like, so what happens if you miss? And they're like, oh, we just swim to the edge. I was like, oh, you
No, I know.
don't die?
I thought it was gonna be more
What?
like, I thought it was gonna be more parapet style where like you die, like you fall, you're done. For sure. I
Exactly.
agree. And she was like, we
Well,
just swim.
no, literally. Especially after Bascaf or whatever. Again,
Basquiat.
pronunciation, sorry. Yeah, Basquiat. Where it's like, wrong step, you're dead. You're
Yeah.
dead. I was expecting it. And then she was like, no, we just swim. I was like, oh, okay.
What did you think of Violet's mom? Obviously, like Xaden owing Violet's mom one and like making sure Violet survived year one. What did you think?
That was some wild connection. I liked her little turnaround that she like played. I will say like I wasn't expecting that to be the reason why, but it kind of makes sense because out of nowhere he went from like I'm gonna kill you to like I'm gonna help you. And I was like, what? I don't know.
I also hate
But
that Dane was the one to tell Violet that like her mom's the one that like whipped him with all of the marked ones.
yeah, I wasn't expecting that either. I was
I had
expecting
a
it to
gut
be
feeling because we thought she was more the villain in Fourth Wing, like we thought she was like more of the bad guy. So I honestly had the feeling when we were like told about the scars in Fourth Wing, but then when she started to get like her little redemption, I was like, oh, it couldn't be her. And then when Dane said it, I was like, gosh, dang it.
Yeah, I definitely didn't like her at all in Fourth Wing. And then come Iron Flame, I was like, oh, I kind of like her. And then, Rebecca played her little bye moment.
No, literally. Rebecca's like, peace.
So just as I was like, oh, I like her, to just say goodbye. That was nice.
So that's the only reason that I think this whole talk to the dead thing with Violet's signet could be kind of cool is that the mom's dead.
Yeah, you're right. And Liam.
So if she needs more, and Liam, obviously, but if she, and the dad, this is the only thing that makes me think it's not. Like, she can talk to the dad is because the dad's dead. There's no way they're pulling a Brennan and he's alive. Or a Jack and he's alive.
I would hope.
Like,
I really hope not.
the dad isn't around. But at the same time, could he be the one like talking to her in her dreams? There's a lot of people saying that. Like, he's the one giving her these dreams. But Xaden, we know, also has like these crazy, wild, chaotic dreams. So is the dad also planting it to Xaden? I don't know. Because like they're tied between their dragons. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, interesting.
Like I said, there's so many. There's still 3 books. You could literally theorize anything and somehow make it work with 3 books to go.
This is true.
But I'm really glad that she's taking time to write book 3. Again, no hate to this book. I still really liked it. I also am just a reading snob because I just read so many books at this point. But like there was just some short fallings. Again, that doesn't mean I was engaged. I read the whole book in a day. I literally was like glued into this book, even with a headache. But with that being said, I think there's great time for her to take her time. We're going to be okay. People have waited longer for sequels and, trilogies. Yeah. So I'm excited, but I think that's all I'm really excited. Have.
I want to learn more about Andarna. I think she's like my favorite character in this book, I'm not gonna lie. And just in general, I want to see what Xaden does with this whole Venom thing.
I want to see more about Brennan, Mira, and Violet, like all together. I feel like we haven't really gotten too much. We've gotten like bits and pieces of them working together, but like we really haven't. So I do want to see stuff like that. I almost, unpopular opinion, would love to see like Violet go Venom and like them try to like fight it while being Venom, or even like taking over the Venom world but like controlling it and like making it good. Think that could be kind of cool. Could be cool. Or obviously if she can just heal it between her and Darna, the sage little situation, also cool. But I think it could be kind of badass to like Violet go Venom. But we'll see. Obviously. We'll see.
All right. Well, yeah, I see it going 2 ways, right? So like Theoden will either find his way back normal some, way, or
Mhm.
he'll become like the Benin leader and
Ben and King,
make them
yeah.
like kind and not kind, but like make them behave or whatever.
Like control him, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
I think I'm good. My notepad is complete.
Awesome. All right. Well, guys, don't forget to go enter for Fourth Wing. I guess if you've listened, I really hope you've read this already, but we do have a
Okay.
special edition and signed.
Yeah.
So go enter.
Even if you already have Fourth Wing, you might as well still enter. It's signed and it's the extra cool copy. Siobhan bought it for herself. She has all three.
I got caught up in the moment, so somebody can be in the moment with me. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you guys for listening to today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, whatever it is, so that you don't miss the rest of Podmas and our giveaways. And on Instagram as well, thereandback.pod for the same reasons. And we have some exciting stuff coming for 2024. So don't miss out.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye.